All right, here we go. First time looking at this. I like the music. They didn't show anything. She's sexy as hell, though. That's it. This is what people were tweeting at me about. I mean, see, come. All right, it wasn't bad as far as trailers go. They did a pretty good job. They did a pretty good job. They didn't show anything. I don't know what people was freaking out over. It looks cool and in concept. And, for me, it's another melee class who they said is gonna have some range on it. It looks like she's gonna have a lot of mobility based off of that little bit that they showed. Like that kind of looks a bit ninja-ish, if you're gonna get what I mean. So just to be that fast and have range on top of that, like you just asked for trouble. Yeah, from a balance standpoint. But we'll see. I'm gonna hold off on all of that. So what we're actually going to talk about today is things I would like the game to do. These are just my points. They may not exactly be like around the realm of what you're thinking or what anybody else is thinking. It's just what I'm thinking, and not that I'm demanding any of this. I just would like to see it, and maybe we will all agree and get a little bit more of open forum about this and people talking about it, because that's generally all I'm really trying to do here is get just the conversation going. Like, hey, like, the game has a lot of potential. Let's see if we can get this being great now. Like it's fun to, in order to be great, you got to start breaking molds and start doing things a little bit differently. There's a few things in the game that I'm just going to point out that I feel should be changed. All right, so number one, the ability to open your own shop. Now, I know that, like, you guys are like, well, why? You could just go to the auction house and just sit there. But see, that's the problem. Just sit there. It's a little immersion breaking to have 50,000 people standing on top of each other looking like they're a six-armed Cyclops, because everybody is like standing over each other and AFK forever. You got people, like, you got bots doing it. You got everybody with their mounts all on top of each other. It just looks ugly at that point. I would like them to put something in where you have to like park it somewhere, at least not on top of freaking people. And that could happen right now. We all seen that there's like a million boats in Velia in the harbor. There's like so many people standing on top of each other fishing. There's so many people standing on top of each other, like trying to camp, hoping that they'll get like a pack or something like that on the auction house. And it just doesn't look good at the end of the day. Number two, transparency. Now, that doesn't mean anything in the game. I'm talking about the company itself. Now, Dom Cacao has a little bit of an issue where I don't know if it's the people in charge of doing it. I don't know if it's the people in charge of doing like the PR and stuff like that. I don't know who it is, but whoever it is, there needs to be 100% transparency. And what I mean by that, and ways that you can make that so that we don't have problems where people don't understand stuff or just not listening or information is just lost, is have a roadmap. Even if you don't stick to the roadmap, have a roadmap. Put it up on the site and say, hey, this is the manifesto. And Guild Wars 2 got in trouble with this, by the way, because they just destroyed their whole manifesto. But whatever, we ain't gonna talk about that. Black Desert, have something there where there's a roadmap and say, hey, this, and this was what we would like to do. That way, if something happens, you can go back onto that and say, hey, we couldn't come up with this right here. I know this is what we said, and this is what happened. People will understand you more that way than if you say something like, hey, there will never be pay to win stuff in the store, and then you do it. Like, but even though what's deemed pay to win and what's not is, everybody isn't going to agree on that, because there's a lot of things that people put as pay to win that I don't. Like, I don't think things that speed up EXP is pay to win, because everybody's going to sit at the same levels anyway. It doesn't matter who gets there faster, in my opinion. But some people do think that's pay to win. Some people think that being able to save your armor and save your gear is pay to win. I don't, because you have to get the gear in the first place, and that is what it is. And some people think that being able to put stuff on the auction house that you pay for is pay to win, even though it's limited, even though the prices are controlled. They think that's pay to win too. But at the same time, I'm like, well, what benefits do you want people who are actually supporting the game to actually get? If you are paying like $5 in a whole year and somebody's paying like $5,000, you don't want them to get any type of benefit. Like, you have to think about it that way, and I don't think people do. So yeah. Better and true end game is number 3. And the reason why I say this game has a lot of fun combat, and it actually spoiled a lot of people in combat. The combat is fun and fluid, but the problem with that is that we really don't have anywhere to actually properly show it. There's in-game stuff, and there's more in-game stuff that's coming into the game, but we need more. We need dedicated quest and lore and more raid stuff, more hard dungeons, even though I hate to even say that. There are so many places in this game where they could put a dungeon or a mob or some type of story or something, or a world event. World events would be extremely nice in this game. Like have like bandits attack Valia, have bandits attack Celephion or something like that, or maybe like a coup or something like that. They start doing things and everybody has to come and stop it. That would be awesome. That'd be awesome. Then we would have a reason to be running around doing this stuff right now, and it would mean something. We'd be all nice and shiny and stuff like that, and having fun with things. That's kind of what I would like to do. I would like to have more meaning on top of it. The world bosses that we have currently are nice, but they die like in 2 seconds, and that's over exaggeration, but they don't last too long, and then you're just like standing there. If you have a group, sometimes people try it and they kind of don't get there. The next thing I like to talk about, it's number 4, maybe even 5. I said a couple of things. Let's just call it 4. Fixing pop-in, which I know that's very hard, and I don't think anybody has properly done that in the MMO world. I want to say that like there's people who disguise it, and in some games kind of like cap you on the limit view and stuff like that, and certain things, so you don't end up getting that. Black Desert doesn't really do that, which is why the pop-up is typically happening. And I'm not too sure if they can even fix it, to be honest with you, but I would like them to actually try. If they can, then, great. If they can't, it's a small thing, but it's kind of an immersion type thing that you kind of wish that could actually happen. All right. Universal Bank. There is no reason in 2016 we should have a bank system that rivals Ultima Online. I'm just saying. Like, all the bank stuff, if you open a bank in a new town, it should combine together. It really should. I know they want to make money, and hey, look, you got to do this stuff. You can still make money. You can still have it so that people have to buy more slots and everything else. It's just really silly that you can't access your stuff that you have in another town. You got to ship it and stuff like that. It's too much realism. I understand you want to be real, but that's too much realism. That's unnecessary, and it's wasted time. So I wish that we had a universal bank when it came to that. That would be really good. This one is like a pet peeve of mine, which is like, I'm not even gonna give numbers no more. This is the pet peeve of mine. Another point. Stop the NPCs from saying the same goddamn thing like for an hour. Like that guy on the dock is like, I shouldn't trust this guy. I forgot who he said, but he says that like every minute for 60 minutes. Like, that is so lore and immersion breaking. If I don't know what not lore, but it's immersion breaking. If that is so annoying, and nobody does that unless they're crazy, but like all the NPCs do that. And then you have like the little girl who's like picking at the dude like, you suck, dude. Like I would have drop kicked that girl off the pier. Like, dog, no, please fix that. All right, next, horse breeding. I'm gonna wrap this up pretty soon. Horse breeding. Make it a little bit more streamlined and fun, because this is like one of the least fun things to do in this game and useful. You can get yourself to a point where you start making some good horses over the course of time, but it should really be more fun than it is. Like, and then on top of that, why does a T5 horse have a chance to give you something less than a T5? Like that. Come on, cuz. No. Nope. Nope. So, pretty much, these are just things that were like it just eats at you. You just wish it was better. Like you just like stuff like this right here. I wish they had more things like this. But I know the problem with this is in order to do this, you have to start instancing. So are we gonna allow them? Because the minute they start doing that, people are gonna start raging over that shit too. Because oh look, they're instancing and this is not a true open world game. Oh my god! At this point, communities don't allow companies any type of leeway to try to make stuff better. I will take freaking instances if it gives me more to do in the game. If it gives me a lot of content where they could say, hey, look, you can come over here to this abandoned crypt or something like this, and it's gonna be Night of the Living Dead, survive. Go ahead, get that loot. Fight that undead boss or something like that. I would enjoy that. I would enjoy having a reason to log on to my 56, which doesn't do anything but kind of like look at me and then grind and have like nothing to do. That's irritating. It is really irritating. So that's all I really got for you guys. I hope it sparked some discussion. I hope the people like it. And that trailer, I don't know what y'all was talking about. That trailer, come on, man. They didn't even show anything. Like, I thought she was gonna like slice somebody or like slice a damn like blade of grass or something. All she did was like appear and disappear. The bottom left is going to be more of Black Desert. The bottom right is going to be the MMO show. Top right is going to be Lady Legacy. Top left is going to be a random video. You guys be legendary once again, and don't forget to hit that bell right there underneath on the video to the left so you can be the first in notification squad. I will catch you guys soon, and peace.